Bismillahir, Rahmanir, Rahim. Every prophet's life carries a lesson, and the story of Prophet Lut is one that still echoes as a warning across the sands of time. It is the story of a people who called sin freedom and turned faith into a joke. It is also the story of one woman so close to a prophet, yet so far from faith. Once there was a city unlike any other, a place of pride, indulgence, and arrogance. It was called Sodom. Its people crossed every boundary set by Allah. They followed their desires, mocked the truth, and drowned in their own corruption. And to them, Allah sent a prophet, Lut, alayhi salam, to call them back to purity, mercy, and reason. He said to them, "Do you commit such indecency that no one before you has ever done?" But they only laughed. They said, "You want us to abandon what we love? You want us to change our way for your God?" They ridiculed him, mocked his message, and planned his downfall. But the deepest wound for Prophet Lut, alayhi salam, did not come from his enemies. It came from his own home. His wife, the woman who shared his roof, his food, his life, did not share his faith. She was part of the people's corruption. When the prophet prayed, she mocked. When he warned, she whispered their secrets to others. She stood beside a messenger of Allah, but her heart stood against him. And the greatest betrayal came on the night when Allah's angels visited the prophet. They came in the form of handsome men to test the people of Sodom. When she saw them, she secretly sent word to the corrupt men outside. Her betrayal wasn't just against her husband, it was against the truth itself. That night, the heavens trembled. The time for warning was over. The angels revealed themselves to Lut, alayhi salam. "O Lut, leave this town with your family before dawn, and let none of you look back." The prophet obeyed. He gathered his family, his heart heavy, but his faith firm. As they left the city, a storm began to build behind them, the sound of divine wrath. But then one woman hesitated. Lut's wife walked behind him. Every step away from the city was a step away from her old life, her friends, her comfort, her world. The angels had warned, "Do not look back," but her heart could not let go. And so she turned. In that single glance, her heart froze. Her soul refused to move forward. Her body stiffened. Her breath stopped. And before dawn's first light, she became a pillar of stone. The woman who looked back was turned to dust as the city behind her was lifted and thrown to the earth upside down. When the sun rose, nothing remained of Sodom. No laughter, no mockery, no arrogance. Only silence, only ashes. And somewhere on a rocky hill stood a stone figure. Still, lifeless, a warning carved by the command of Allah. That was the end of the wife of Lut, alayhi salam, a woman who lived beside truth, but chose falsehood instead. She was the wife of a prophet, yet she perished. And this reminds us, faith is not inherited, it is chosen. You can live in a house of light and still remain in darkness. You can be born into faith, but without sincerity, you are lost. It doesn't matter who your spouse, family, or nation is. If your heart rejects the truth, no relationship can save you. Her mistake was simple, but fatal. She looked back. How many of us do the same? We say we've repented, but our hearts still cling to the sins we left behind. Every time we look back, we weaken our faith. We let nostalgia for sin take root again. Allah said, and do not look back, lest you be destroyed. Her story is not just history, it's a mirror for our own hearts. She didn't turn to stone because she hated truth. She turned because she loved the wrong things more. Her emotions chained her to her old life. Her loyalty was to people, not to Allah. And isn't that what happens today? We say, I know what's right, but my heart won't let go. Faith demands surrender, even when your feelings pull you backward. The story of Sodom is not ancient. It is alive today. When people glorify indecency, when sin becomes pride and truth becomes hate speech, the world is walking the same road. But Allah does not forget. He gives warnings. He sends reminders. And the story of Lut's wife is one of them. She wasn't punished because she sinned. She was punished because she stood with the sinners. Sometimes your biggest test comes from those closest to you. Will you stand with them when they disobey Allah? Or will you stand with truth, even if you stand alone? Lut's wife failed that test. She chose comfort over conviction, love for her people over love for her Lord, and that one choice turned her into stone. She was the wife of a prophet, yet her heart was far from Allah. Her story is a warning, but also a mercy, because through her fall we are reminded never to take faith for granted. When Allah commands you to move forward, do not look back. When He calls you to leave sin, do not hesitate, because every glance backward can turn your heart to stone. If you found this story inspiring, subscribe for more journeys into the lives of Allah's messengers. May Allah guide us all to the truth.